So you've thought about buying a house in Healdsburg, but you're not really sure where you should be looking. So in today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour of Healdsburg, and we'll take a look at restaurants, shops, cafes, and also walk you through a number of different neighborhoods in downtown Healdsburg. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off, we're going to head up to Powell Avenue, which is probably the furthest most north part of Healdsburg, which would be considered the edge of downtown. So we'll head up there and then start off on our tour. So here we are at the corner of Powell and Healdsburg Avenue, and as you can see behind me, we've got a 7-Eleven, which I must confess I've never actually been in. But if you think about the downtown area, the way I would think about it is anything south of Powell Avenue and then west of University Avenue and then sort of bounded by Healdsburg Avenue. That's really the sort of the downtown area. So let's go and head up Powell, and then we'll go and check out some of the neighborhoods up here. So we'll jump in the car and head up Powell. So we're heading up Powell Avenue here, and on the left-hand side, we've got the Healdsburg High School. And then if we keep going up Powell Avenue, straight ahead, you can actually just see Fitch Mountain in the distance. So as we come up Powell Avenue here, we've got University Avenue on our left-hand side, and just up there on the right-hand side, we've got the Healdsburg Elementary School. And if you keep going down University Avenue there, you actually come to an area of homes called the Fitch Mountain Villas, which are, they're definitely more affordable homes, probably from $600,000 to $1 million. And it's a community, so they've got a pool, there's lots of outdoor spaces, they've also got a pickleball court. And then if we're coming up here just to Summers Market, which really is one of my favourite places to get a sandwich. They do great smoked meat sandwiches, they've got pulled pork sandwiches. It really is a special place to go and get a really great sandwich. And so here we are outside Summers Market. It's actually called Summers Market because one of the owners is called Summer. It's a man and wife couple who run it, and they really do have some of the best sandwiches. I mean, I love the pulled pork sandwiches. They've also got great tortilla salads. So yeah, let's go in and just take a quick look. So here we are in Summers Market, and we've got the lovely owners, Todd and Summer. So
how you doing? Hello, everybody. My name is Todd Fernandez, Summer Sebastiani. So go to Healdsburg Market and Jelly, and my favorite sandwich, smoked corned beef.
Smoked corned beef.
I know that pulled pork is amazing.
That's definitely one of my favorites.
It's David's favorite. We've been working hard 11 years here, and I think we're going to go ahead and maybe put the business and the building up for sale.
So if you are interested in buying a premium place in downtown, it's such a gem. So many people rely on this place. So get in touch. You can get in touch with Todd. If you need to get in touch with me first, then that's fine. But yeah, we need somebody to step up and buy this place and keep running it as the best sandwich place in town.
Heartbroken. They want us to stay open. We've raised a lot of kids to this place, and it would be a shame not to have somebody continue on the tradition of being the neighborhood meeting place for everybody. And it comes with a beautiful home in the back. They can live, work, avoid those gas prices. I mean, this is Healdsburg, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Come down here, get a piece of history.
Yeah. But we'll definitely miss you. But thank you for all your hard work. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Cool. So we've turned down Florence Lane here, and just off Powell there's a whole series of roads called Florence Lane, Josephine Lane, Rose Lane, and this area is literally called The Lanes. It's a really cute area just right on the edge of downtown. It's a really easy walk, probably a 20-minute walk to the Plaza. But before we go any further, then you should definitely, if you like this video, then hit like and subscribe. We're the #1 resource on YouTube for all things real estate in Sonoma County. So if you like this video and subscribe, you'll keep getting updates about what's going on in the Sonoma County real estate market and lots of tips off-market properties and some of the premium listings that are coming on the market. So please do hit like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. So here we are outside a property on Florence Lane, which a client of mine bought last year, and they bought it for $1.45 million. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot home, beautifully remodeled inside. And in fact, since they purchased it, they've actually done a major project in the yard, creating just a really amazing space. So this sort of area of town is really great because it's close to the Plaza, but it's just outside that downtown area. So you definitely get a lot more for your money here. So let's just go and check out the backyard. So as you can see, they've done an amazing job. They've got all these beautiful tomatoes, they've got the vegetable beds, and then they've created a really nice area with the fire pit. They've put a hot tub off the primary bedroom. I mean, this yard is just amazing. It's so private, and yet you're so close to the Plaza. So this is just a great example of a home in the Lanes area. So definitely an area worth considering if you're looking for something in the $1.5 million price point. So let's head over towards University Avenue, past Georgia Park, and the home of the Healdsburg Prune Packers baseball ground. And this is actually named to reflect Healdsburg history as a prune-growing farming town. So here we are walking down Grant Street, having turned off University Street. And this area is definitely one of my favourite parts of town. You've got a whole bunch of roads, Brown Street, College Street, Prince Street, and then Johnson Street. So we're going to turn left into Brown Street. And the homes here are, you can get a lot of home for your money. So, under $2 million, the homes are a little bit smaller and more affordable than some of the homes on the south side of town when you're talking about Matheson and Tucker, which we'll be heading over to. But yeah, Brown Street is definitely one of my favourite roads. I'm maybe slightly biased because I used to live here. So yeah, let's go and just take a look at the house that I used to live in over here. So 525 Brown Street is actually where I used to live. I bought this as a total remodel back in 2019, and we totally gutted the place. It's basically a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and then it's got a really nice yard. It's got a double garage. And just to give you an idea, this ended up selling for $1.74 million last year. And that's very typical of, a nicely, newly remodeled home in this part of town with your typical 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. So that just gives you a good idea of what you can expect to pay. So now we're going to head over to Piper Street, which runs across the end of Brown Street. We're going to turn right and then head back into the real sort of downtown area. So let's go and check that out. So we're just coming to the end of Brown Street, and now we're turning right into Piper Street. And this road takes you all the way down into the main downtown area. On this road, there's some really nice roads that connect through to Grant Street. So you've got College, you've got Prince, you've got Fitch, and probably one of the favourite streets in Healdsburg, which is Johnson Street, as you come right into sort of the downtown area. So here we are going past Prince Avenue, and then the next road on the right is Johnson Street, which again is definitely one of my favourite roads in the downtown area. So here I am on Prince Avenue. In fact, one of our listings is right here. So Prince is definitely one of those really nice streets between Grant and Piper. So definitely check it out. And then the next street over is Johnson Street. So we'll just go and take a quick look at that. So we're heading down Piper here, and then the next road on the right is Johnson. This house here, actually, they've done an amazing remodel. They're good friends of mine. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful inside. So it really shows what you can do with a historic home and bringing it up to be a little bit more contemporary inside. It's a really special place they've created. So this is Johnson Street, one of my favourite streets in Healdsburg. There's some really beautiful classic historic homes with the front porches. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. So if we turn onto Centre Street, this road leads directly to the Plaza. And so here we have CVS, we've got Craftwork, which is the awesome co-working space where I record my videos in the vault that you may have seen. And then as we head down here, we go past there's a donut place, the brunch place, and then at the end we get to the locals' Flying Goat coffee place where they also roast the beans. If we continue on down Centre, we pass Bravas, Single Thread, the Healdsburg Running Company, which organise weekly runs, Black Oak Coffee, and then Valette, which is actually the original Dustin Valette restaurant. So here we are at the Plaza itself. On the north side of the square, we've got Birdsong Shoe Shop. We've also got Duke's, which is the bar on the square, serving great cocktails. And it's also got an outdoor seating area, which is a great place to sit and people watch. And then further down the north side, we've got the Brad Brenner Gallery, complete with one of the famous fairy doors, If you are ever here with the kids, then send them on a treasure hunt to find the various hidden fairy doors around town. If you actually go to the tourist information place, you'll find a map of where they all are. On the west side of the square, we've got Charlie Palmer's Dry Creek Kitchen with the new chef Shane McAnally. Moving on over to the south side of the square, we've got the Matheson, which is the new flagship restaurant, which has got the formal restaurant downstairs, and then upstairs is the rooftop restaurant, which is called Roof 106, which has got a great bar, indoor and outdoor seating, where you can find a range of farm-fresh appetizers and pizzas. So if you want to know more about the top restaurants in Healdsburg, I've got a video and I'll put a link in the description below, which highlights the top 5 restaurants in Healdsburg, which you can enjoy when you visit. So here we are on the east side of the square, and this is Forager, which is a really fancy kitchenwares shop. And to be honest, I've often coveted these saucepans in the window here, but they are insanely expensive, but they are beautiful. And then here we've got Marine Layer, which was actually set up by Baron Ziegler, who founded Banshee, which they actually sold to Foley. Great place to enjoy wine. Feels more like a wine bar than it does a tasting room. So definitely check that out. They specialize in Pinots and coastal Chardonnays. And then this is Downtown Bakery. Great place to get your morning coffee and breakfast sandwich. They also do some great lunch options. And then here we've got Kinsmoke, which if you're into your smoked meats, it's a great place to enjoy. You can have a beer, have a brisket. They've also got an outdoor seating area. And then here's is the other Flying Goat. We talked about the one on Centre Street earlier. This is the new iteration. This is the downtown version just off the square. Definitely do the best cappuccinos in town. So before we continue on a tour, let's go and Flying Goat. I'll order a cappuccino and then we can talk a bit more about the Healdsburg market. Hi there. So Healdsburg is definitely one of the more expensive towns in Sonoma County, but in my view, it's also one of the best. I mean, home prices here, the median price is 1.35 million. And prices have actually gone up over the past year by about 6%. So as well as homes in the sort of within the city limits, which is 7 square miles, there's also an area just east of where we are here, which is called Fitch Mountain, which is where the great and the good had their homes back in the day, coming up from San Francisco of having second homes. And the homes there are they're more like river cabins, much more affordable, definitely generally under $1 million. And then also outside of the city limits, you've got the greater Healdsburg area, which is actually 184 square miles. So it's a really big area. I mean, some of the popular places when people say they want to live in Healdsburg in a more rural setting are out on Dry Creek Valley, out in Alexander Valley, and then heading out towards sort of Chalk Hill on the east side. So let's head on up Matheson and we'll take a look at some of the houses on Matheson. So here we are going up Matheson, and as you can see, it's a wide road, and the homes here are definitely just that bigger than the ones in the area we're just in the sort of Piper, the Grant area. So this south side of town, definitely grander homes, definitely more expensive, and they tend to be on much larger lots, so 10, 14,000 square feet. So if you want a sort of prestige address, Matheson, which we're on now, and then the one parallel on Tucker, and then Hayden is the next one over. These are all like really great roads in Healdsburg, and I often refer to them as the sort of the golden streets. They're definitely the streets that if you're looking for $2, $3, $4, $5 million homes, this is the place to come. So this is actually the most recent sale on Matheson. So it's 313 Matheson, and it's actually not a very typical Healdsburg house in many respects, because it feels more like something from Cape Cod. In fact, the previous owner is actually a Brit, as it happens. So this house is it's about 3,000 square feet. It's sold for 3.45 million. It is on a really big lot, as with a lot of the lots on Matheson. So it's about 10,000 square feet. It's got a pool. It's got a little pool house in the backyard, and it's literally 2 blocks from the Plaza. So in terms of a proximity to the Plaza, I mean, it's really hard to beat. And when you go in the backyard of a house like this, it really does feel very peaceful and tranquil. And yet, you were 3-minute walk to the Plaza. So this is definitely a good example of a type of house that you can get on Matheson. So then turning off Matheson, we're turning into Fitch. And then as we go down Fitch, we'll come to Tucker Street, which is actually one of my favourite streets, definitely. It runs parallel to Matheson, and it's sort of like Matheson, but without the traffic that Matheson gets. So you've got really, it's a wide road, it's tree-lined, you've got the big houses with big lots. Let's just take a look at one of the houses that sold here recently, just to give you an idea. So this is the most recent sale on Tucker Street. It's number 317. And the main house is just about 3,000 square feet. But in the backyard, there's a really beautiful ADU, which the current owners purchased. And this is recently sold. It was actually sold off market for 4.1 million. So just gives you an idea of the types of home that you get on Tucker and the price points that they fetch. So one of the things we're seeing more and more in Healdsburg, particularly these streets here, is people purchasing homes. This was originally purchased for, I think it was 1.6 million, and then the home was razed to the ground, and they're building a brand new custom home with the builder's master's touch. So this is 329 Tucker Street, and then a little bit further down, we've got another home, which again, the owners have done the same thing. They owned a small property on one lot, and then they bought the lot next door and then razed that home to the ground, and now they're building a new home with the builders Simon Fairweather, who are probably one of the most prestigious builders in Sonoma County. So this property is actually two different lots. So this is the original home here that they've extensively renovating, and then the home here they've actually knocked it down and have built a brand new home, and then built an additional home in the back. If you are thinking about going down the road of buying a piece of land and building on it in Sonoma County, I've got a video where I actually interviewed Simon Fairweather, who's the builder who's building this, and he gives a lot of valuable information about the things to look out for if you're planning to build your own home. So definitely worth checking out on our YouTube channel. So we've turned off Tucker Street, and now we're going along Fix Street. And then one of the other really great roads, again, it runs parallel to Tucker, is Hayden Street. And again, it's a really quiet street. It's not a through street. And again, you've got houses which are on large lots, big houses, and as you can see, it's a really, really wide boulevard-style road. So now we're going down Harmon Street, which, again, if you've not been here, then Fogbelt Brewing has got a really great space here. It's got really great outdoor space, great beer. And then a little bit further down is where you can see the train tracks probably on the left-hand side here. And then the new smart train, which is going to be coming in 2026, is going to be stopping in Healdsburg. So you can go all the way from Healdsburg to Larkspur, jump on a ferry, and then be in San Francisco. So this is where the new smart train station is going to be. And as you can see, it sort of backs right onto Mill District, which is just over there to the left-hand side. And so you'll be able to get off the train here, and then within a few blocks, you'll be in downtown Healdsburg. So it's going to be a really great amenity for the town. And then also, I'm sure it'll have a big impact on houses in this part of Healdsburg, because literally you'll be right by that smart train station. So now we're going to turn into Hayden Street, and then we'll go up here, we'll turn right into East Street, and then left into Mill Street, and then we're literally right back into the downtown area. So if we go left here onto Mill Street, then we've got the traffic circle straight ahead, and then we've got Spoke Folk here on our right-hand side. So here you can see Mill District, which is the new high-end development, which has got 1 to 3 bedroom apartments ranging from 2 million to a whopping 7.5 million for the penthouses. And there's also going to be a new 50-room hotel here as well, which the plans have just been approved for and starting construction soon. the first residents are actually due to move into the first phase of Mill District later this year. So it'll be interesting to see how the neighbourhood takes shape once people move in. I mean, as you can see, the gardens have already been planted and are taking shape nicely. So opposite Mill District, we've got a great restaurant called Tizar, which is owned by a Hungarian chef. So the food is refreshingly different from a lot of the other restaurants you get in town. So this development is opposite the Mill District, and it's been rebranded recently to be called The Row. And there's some really great businesses here. The Elephant in the Room, it's a great bar, play a lot of live music. But Quayle and Condor, which is currently right opposite Mill District, is actually moving into this new retail development. And then the Jane Dispensary is going to be one of 2 dispensaries that are coming to Healdsburg, and that's due to be opened at the beginning of next year. The other one is Soulful, which is just up on Healdsburg Avenue. So if you've not discovered this little development, there's a lot of real gems in this space. It's opposite Mill District, and it's got lots of parking, and it's also got Coyote there, where you can, it's a beer, it's a bar, have wine, have drinks, watch sport. So yeah, come and check it out. So that's the end of the tour of Healdsburg. If you'd love to find out more about Healdsburg, then we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. So please do email us at david@brewingtonhargreaves.com. And the chances are, if you got this far in the video, you are maybe thinking about either buying something in Healdsburg or elsewhere in Sonoma County, whether it's a second home, primary home, investment property, vacation rental. So please do get in touch. I mean, we're the #1 team in Sonoma County. Over last year, we represented over 70 families doing nearly $80 million in transactions across the county. So if you do want to get in touch, please do. If you enjoyed this video, hopefully you'll enjoy our next video, which is an A to Z guide to Sonoma County. We talk through the best places to live and we rank them from A to E on the best places to live. We cover places like Petaluma, out the coast, obviously Healdsburg, Sonoma, Sebastopol. So if you want to find out more, watch that video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.